Okay, you see, I constantly remind you what you do wrong. Do you feel you did something wrong to me?
Yes, and that's not leaving you alone.
From the very beginning, that August that we went to Virginia, I said the two things you could do to hurt me, and I was very straightforward. And I made it very simple. Jake, these two things will hurt me. And you felt like, nope, I'm going to show her that I'm not one of these guys. I'm going to show her that I am a good person. I'm going to show her that I'm not throwing her away. And each time I was still hurting, and I said, Jake, I don't want to hate you. You have to leave me alone. And each time you kept coming back to prove something to me, to prove it to me that you are a good guy. Then all of a sudden, some kind of light. To prove to yourself that you're a good guy? And then what did you prove to yourself then? After all of this trying to prove to yourself, now this is the end game here. What did you end up finding out?
I'm not a good guy to you.
So you use me to prove something to yourself, and in the end, I get burned.
Why am I saying that?
But you just said it. It was to prove it to yourself. So you use me to prove to yourself that you could be a good guy. That's what you basically just said. I use you so I could prove to myself I could be a good guy. And then when you realize you couldn't be a good guy, who got burned?
We're toxic to each other.
It's not that we're toxic to each other. You made us toxic. Because, Jake, like I said, that first year I was an organizer, things were okay with us. There was no argument. We were chill. We were good. Even after we slept together, everything was still peaceful. Jake, I just want you to leave me alone. You come back. Jake, I understand you want to be a nice guy, but you have to leave me alone. Everything was peaceful because everything stayed between us. There was no issue outside of us. We were trying to figure ourselves out. Then you start thinking about your penis and want to be cool with every girl. And then that's when you start hurting me. That's when you truly started hurting me. Because for a whole year, we were okay. We weren't yelling. We weren't doing this. Even when I say leave me alone, it was still peaceful. And somehow you just became like Mr. Big Dick. I want to fuck every girl I see. Your mind just all became fuck Constance. Like, let me go to the next chick. That's how your mind became. You're so focused on you. Because that's the only difference between that first year as an organizer into the second year. That's the only difference. Because now the group is very active. After all the hard work I did, the group is very active. More girls are coming out. All of a sudden, you want to be like, oh, there's more girls. That's what happened, Jake. And I know you will minimize it to make it look like it didn't happen that way, to make yourself feel better. But that's exactly what happened. You had no problem thinking it might be rumors. You were there at all majority of my events, helping me organize. Rumors was never in your head. Then now all of a sudden it became, oh, I was trying to minimize rumors, so I just deny you. For once, not think about yourself and help me. Just for once, not think about yourself and help me publicly. Because you always seem to want to, like, show me that you're good privately. But you always hurt me publicly. So for once, put your pride aside and show that you care about me publicly.
That is something that you would have to contact the people that you...
No, I'm talking to you. No, I'm talking to you. Who am I contacting? They didn't hurt me. I'm talking to you. Who am I contacting?
They didn't hurt you, but when they tried to reach you, you disowned them.
You keep talking about they're trying to reach me. You don't know what happened. Don't talk like you know what happened. Do not talk like you know what happened. I even gave you an update. I remember we talked in September, and I gave you an update, and you're like, oh, I didn't know none of this. Oh, I didn't know none of that. So don't act like you know what happened. I didn't disown anybody. I protected myself. The way I try to protect myself from you. The way I say, leave me alone. I protected myself.
Hey, I'm leaving you alone. What else do you want me to do?
See? You're just taking whatever you want to hear.
When you talk like this,
you just want to take whatever you want to hear. You just, like literally everything I just said, all you take was, okay, I'll leave you alone. When I just made a statement, I wasn't talking to you. I was making a statement of, you to my, reach out to these people, and I say, you don't know what happened. I say, it's just like when I was telling you back then to leave me alone. It's the same way I was annoying these people. I wanted them to leave me alone. I wanted to focus on me. And somehow you want to take it right now as me telling you to leave me alone. Because you want to hear what you want to hear to make yourself feel better. You don't want to admit that to yourself? You don't want to admit that, you know what? I always want things to look good on my side. Because that's how you are, Jake.
I'm just feeling fine from you. Just feeling you fine. Because I'm sure when you talk to me, it brings back bad memories.
Jake, tell me how much I've hurt you. Please tell me how much I've hurt you. And how it's going to affect your life, the rest of your life. Tell me what I did to hurt you that will affect the rest of your life.
When I meet people, I always introduce myself as a bad person. You should watch out for me. That's my introduction when I meet people.
So you're trying to say you warned me?
No, I'm saying after you, that's how I treat people now.
So that's what I did to you? That has affected your life? That's what I did to you? I made you a bad person?
That's how my guilt has never left me.
Are you saying I caused you guilt?
I don't know if it's healthier to cut ties, neither that or to...
But didn't I try to do that?
Reconnect.
Didn't I try to do that?
And
Like, why are you avoiding? Why are you avoiding? Why are you avoiding when I did my very best for us not to end up like this? Why are you avoiding that?
I'm not avoiding because it's already happened. We're in the situation we're in because of me.
So when are you going to tell the rest of the world that Constance is not a bad person? I see why she's acting like this. So please respect her. So please leave her YouTube video alone. Like, when are you going to do it publicly? Because you're telling me this privately. You're always telling me these things privately, but you never could say it publicly.
I spoke to people that we're mutually acquainted with.
Jake, honestly, I believe you spoke to them, but I know you, and I know you minimized it. I know you minimized it. I'm pretty sure you minimized it. Because honestly, if people truly understood what I went through, they would say, I understand why you felt like you need to get your side out. I'm pretty sure you minimized it because that's what you always did. That's what you always did. You always minimized me.
This is your Constance. It was not my action that caused people to have disdain for you.
No, I know you're going to bring up that YouTube thing. And I don't care. If they want to judge me based on that YouTube thing, that's fine. I don't care. But at the end of the day, what did you do for me publicly to justify why Constance posted it? Because, like I said, Jake, I called you and let you know. I'm hurting. I'm like, right now, I'm so pissed. I made this video and I'm going to post it. It's not like I just posted it and you didn't know nothing about it and I was being vindictive. I called you and warned you because I didn't want to post that. But I felt like I need to get my side of the story out. So what did you do for me publicly to defend me?
Talking mad. He reached out to me. I told him everything. We take a car rides from Meetup's home together. I tell him everything.
What did you tell him? Because I just spoke to Matt, and he's like, wow, I did not know any of this. So you tell me what you told Matt.
I told him that, no, I disrespected you.
That's it, right? You kept it at minimum. Because he told me that. He said, Jake acknowledged that he played a role in this. That's what he said. And I'm like, Matt, he's making it sound so little based on that statement. That you disrespected me. That's it. That short little thing that you disrespected me.
Yes, because I like my privacy.
And you don't think I like mine? You don't think I like mine? You don't think when people are talking about me, that makes me feel like, well, what the hell? Like, I'm in this group trying to create events and these people are surrounding me talking about me?
I don't know. I've never put anyone on blast before, so...
Excuse me.
Experience in doing that.
Don't say you never put anyone on blast. Don't say you never put anyone on blast. Because you sat there and people were talking about me and you didn't say anything, nor that none of it is true. So don't say you didn't put anything. Because you didn't say it doesn't make you innocent. So once again, how would you
If
tell?
somebody has an opinion,
How would you
if
tell?
somebody feels a certain way, how am I to tell them that your feeling is wrong? If that's how you feel.
So if I remain in that group and every girl I talk to asks me about Jake and I say, well, Jake's a fuckboy and he was doing this to me and doing that to me and making your character look bad in the group, you would just be like, oh, okay. That's how you responded? Because Jake, like I said earlier, when I was talking about fuckboys in the group and I wasn't even talking about you, you snapped at me thinking it was about you. Just that little thing. You thought it was about you. You snapped at me. But yet, you could go around and have these girls talk bad about me and you expect me to be okay with it. For me to just say one little thing in front of you, you got angry. But yet, you cannot see it from my point of view, being angry that you did this 3 times where you let these girls bash me.
There's a difference between
What's the difference?
from your example.
What's the difference? Because the only thing is mine was in front of your face. Yours is behind my back. So tell me the difference.
Mine?
Yours was behind my back. Yes.
The only thing I never said was, okay, that's your opinion. I'm not going to say anything to that. Am I wrong for that? Or am I morally wrong to not say anything? I would say yes. I'm morally wrong for not saying anything.
So in this group, we're supposed to have respect for each other, especially organizers should have respect for one another. And people are bashing me, and you're just like, okay, and that's fine. People are trying to make sure I don't get to an event.
Why we focus on this group here?
Because this is the primary of the conversation. I'm asking you to help clear my name. That's the primary of the conversation. If the group was never involved and people weren't treating me like crap and it was just you, I would not care, Jake. I would not care. Right now, I'm calling you out of desperation. The funny thing is, I know you're not going to do it. You would never want to make yourself the bad guy. You want to keep it at minimum so everyone can still see you as this good guy. You will never do it. As much as I'm holding on to hope that for once you put yourself aside and do something good for mankind, you will never do it. Because I see how it affects me. You hear from other people how it affects me. How did it affect you? Because your bad choice, the bad choice you made, only affected me. Only affected me.
This is how you see it. This is your viewpoint. Of course. There's always
Jake, your bad choice of not defending me. Tell me, are you serious? Are you using that word for me? Using that word for me? I want you to explain to me your bad choice of not defending me, warning me. or shutting them up, not making none of those choices, instead just being agreeable
Those
to them.
choices didn't happen.
How?
You're right. Those choices didn't
So
happen.
I'm asking you.
And I'm not gonna. I don't have a time machine to go back to
I didn't
change
say
those
anything about
choices.
changing it. I didn't say anything about changing it. I'm asking you. Because I said your bad choices only affected me. And I'm asking you, who else did it affect? Who else did it affect? Well, your bad choices.
It depends on how you see my choices or your choices.
I'm asking you.
My perspective of my choices was, like I told you before, inconsequential. From my perspective, it's inconsequential.
What does that
From
mean?
your perspective, it's very much consequential.
So that means you did it to just for you to be in a good spot. That's what you're saying. There was no consequence for you.
Why I did not say that? I did not say that.
And then please explain it. Because all you're using is just one word. Explain it.
Someone talks about you, that's their opinion. Okay, I'm not going to change how I feel. That's their opinion. Someone says, I feel this person, blah, blah, blah. Anytime you're around me or something. Say, okay, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. And that's why I say I feel like the choices I made at that time, I felt it was inconsequential.
But Jake, you didn't go and say, that's how you feel, that's how you feel. That's not what you did, though. That's not what you did. And even if you say,
I didn't add to it.
Even if you say, that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You stand there saying that you're my friend. And you learn, like, I use the Joanna thing. And I want you to know, it's not about Joanna. It could be any girl talking this way. But I use the Joanna thing. She said she left the group based on how I was acting. But you, Jake, know the whole truth. You know why I act the way I act. You know what you did. You know the things I told you. So just to say, that's how you feel, that's how you feel, you want to minimize the role that you play and put the blame all on me. And that girl, I never disrespected her. I'll say hi, I'll say bye. I had nothing else to talk to her about. She wasn't a friend.
It was obvious that she liked me.
And I always say that to you, Jake. Didn't I always say that? And you always tell me,
it was obvious that
she
enjoyed seeing you get upset. It was obvious.
It was obvious? That part, it wasn't obvious to me. Actually, that part wasn't obvious until the hiking. And you go along with that? That was you going along with it? Actually, you were going along with it based on the text message I read. You were going along with it. So once again, you're doing all this stuff to hurt me, and yet you think I'm not justified.
I'm over this already. That's my past.
It only happened a few months ago. It only happened a few months ago. It's not that much of a past. It only happened a few months ago.
It's made me who I am now. My actions made me who I am now. Is it for the better? In my opinion, no.
You're already like this. You're already like this. The way you are now, you're already like this.
Maybe
it's gotten worse. Honestly, I feel like it's gotten worse.
I don't need a reminder of who I am. I live with it every day. I don't want to waste any more energy on you.
You don't want to waste any energy on me. When I was back after the Virginia trip and we slept together and I was thinking of myself and wanted to keep myself healthy, and I said, leave me alone. You're telling me you don't want to waste your energy on me. Because honestly, Jake, I know myself. And I say, Jake, I need you to leave me alone. I need to be okay. And I always warned you, I need to be okay, Jake. This is not making me okay. I always warned you. And I even told you once, I don't even curse. But here I am cursing at you. I even told you that before. Because I was getting more, I was losing it more and more. And I was still trying to give you the benefit of doubt. And now all you could do is think about yourself, but you've always been thinking about yourself. But that's the thing, you've always been thinking about yourself. I'm trying to ask you for your help, and you can still sit here and think about yourself and say, oh, I have no energy for this. Where do you think I had the energy from? Where do you think I was feeling the past year of dealing with you? You're throwing me away damaged and broken and completely alone. When I started this path with you, I was happy. I was enjoying life. I was making new friends when I started this path with you. Then you came and started causing all these road bumps, and I would jump over them and forgive you, jump over them and forgive you, until I finally reached enough road bumps. And I stopped and said, Jake, I need you to stop these road bumps and help me. Help me get over the ones you already caused. And you basically said no. It was basically a no. Then I tried to jump these road bumps by myself, and I couldn't. I couldn't jump them. So I contacted Ron, I contacted Lavelle, I contacted Portia. I'm like, can we have a meeting? Because I can't take this anymore. I can't take Jake being an organizer and bashing my character with other members. Can we have a meeting? And all three did not stand by me and have a meeting. All three disregarded me as a human being. He said she wants to hear your side of the story. And I said, that's fine. You can hear his side of the story. But I think it's better if we all sit down and talk about it, because I don't want him to minimize it. I know Jake. He's going to try to minimize it and make himself look okay. So why don't we all sit together and talk about it together? Because I don't want you to just hear my side. I want you to hear from him. After that, she never asked me why the meeting never happened. She never brought it up or anything. All she could talk to me about was the fucking barbecue that I did not care for. For a whole year and a half, I showed these people what kind of person I was. I wasn't faking it. That's just how I am. I'm a nice person. I'm a very friendly person, and I treat everyone with respect. For a whole year and a half, I showed these people what kind of person I am. And because I'm hurting so badly, and Portia knows, from day one, she knew how much I was hurting from you. And because I made a choice they don't agree with, I have to be bashed. As a friend, you don't have to agree with my choices, but at least stay behind me and say, you know what? It sucked what you did, that's messed up, but you're hurting, so I understand.
I think the problem is that if the person you had bashed wasn't someone that they knew of.
It doesn't matter, Jake. It doesn't matter. They saw everything. It doesn't matter they knew you. They saw everything. So once again, I hope a true friend would say, I understand you're hurt. I understand the pain you're feeling. I saw how things were when you guys were together. That's what a true friend would be. It doesn't matter to know you. Nothing was a surprise. When I left that group in May, Lavelle's the one that forced me to get back in. And you know her key phrase? Get back in the group before the other group think they won. That was what she told me. Get back in the group so the other group doesn't think they won. That's why I made sure not to talk to you. I was like, I'm not going to talk to him. I'm going to go to H, because honestly, that May 1st, I think it was February 2nd, I think we went to Saturday at the Brooklyn Museum. Things were fine between us. There was no argument. But I came home saying, no, you need to just let this go. Let's start a new year, a new 30s, like your 30s in a good light, Jake. And you called me that night. And you took that power away from me, and you wanted to bring to your side. When my therapist told me I shouldn't talk to you anymore. Well, Jake, I haven't talked to you for a whole week. What's this about? You wanted to take my power away, the power I chose to make myself okay, for you to be okay, because it had to be on your time. And that's what hurts. And that's why I say you truly threw me away this time. Because all those other time you felt okay to keep coming back, and win me back. Now you completely damage me and you feel like you're good and everyone likes you. That's how it feels.
Sense of guilt.
That's how it feels. You keep saying that sense of guilt. But how do you come back to someone's life through guilt and make their life worse? How does that happen?
Can't explain it. It happened.
But you're the only person that can explain it because you're the one that just doing it. You're the only person that can explain it. Usually you plead guilty, you're saying, I did something bad, I should never do it again. That's what it usually means when someone pleads guilty. So how do you feel guilt, but still come back and still do more and more bad things to me? And each time I believe you. Each time I believe, oh, he is truly sorry, he won't do it again, oh, he learned a lesson.
Because I didn't want to mistreat you like the people have in your past, but I did the same.
But you did worse. You did worse.
Okay, I did worse.
And these are the things like Parsha and Sam, they would never understand the pain I'm going through. These are the things, and I think that's what hurts me when it comes to you. That's what makes you worse than all those other people. You knew about my past. I will always warn you, Jake, like, I've been through a lot. I can't go through this. Like, you knew all this stuff, but you would come back begging and saying you're sorry. And then do it again a month later. That's what hurts so much, that I let my guards down so much for you. I don't even know why. I guess because I never had a guy really beg for my forgiveness. But then was it really begging for forgiveness if you end up doing it again?
The logical answer would probably be no. I can only say that I always had good intent, but it always became malcontent.
Do you know the reason why?
I really don't know.
Because, Jake, you were thinking with your penis. I mean, that's the conclusion I could come up with. You were thinking with your penis. What could satisfy me? That was your thinking. Like you always say, you're self-centered. What could satisfy me? Because like I said, when it came to guys talking about me or talking about us, you always let me know immediately because you're not trying to sleep with those guys. But when it came to the girls, you just kept it to yourself. And don't say, oh, I didn't tell you because you were going to do something about it. I never did anything about it. I never did anything about it unless it attacks me. But the thing is, you always told me about these girls when things got bad. When Amali, whatever, Melon, didn't want me to go to her hotel party thing, that's when you were like, well, some of these girls feel like you're cock blocking. I'm like, what the hell did this come from? But you knew that for a while, and you never said anything to me. Because you just think about your penis and what can make you happy. That's why even when I couldn't go to those parties, you were like, well, I'm going to go, so sorry. As an organizer, knowing that a member is being, like, outcast, you didn't back me up. You were just like, I'm just going to go and have fun. You should just fuck them. You should just stay home. But, Jake, I'm letting you know. Because I know how much you minimize things, but yet you don't try and see it from my point of view. You know, I was telling Ron, when a girl complained about a guy in the group, y'all immediately delete the guy. But I complained about Jake, and I can't even get a fucking meeting. And I wasn't even trying to get you kicked out. I just wanted to show everyone this is not fair for me. And I wasn't even there trying to talk about our relationship. I said, Ron, this is not about the relationship I have with Jake. I want to set this meeting as organizers why there's no respect for me. And it hurt hurts me. It hurts me like nobody backed me up. Nobody said, let's have this meeting because Constance is suffering. Like I think about, there's some things I think about with you, and I'm just like what's wrong with this guy? Like, you tell me your last relationship in the group, people got involved, and I already said this to you, and I was like, so you went through this, you yourself went through this, but it never clicked in your mind. Yo, I've been through this. Yo, they like bashing Constance's character. I know how this feels. Like, it never crossed your mind because you never thought of me. You just think about yourself. That's why it never crossed your mind. As long as people are looking you as a good person, you don't care what happened to the other person. You know, you were saying that you were being, like, they were going to your girlfriend and saying all this stuff about you and people got involved. But that's what happened to me. Girls came in and were so jealous of me, they had to take away something from me. And you helped them. You helped them. And then you look at me and tell me I'm your friend. And that you care about me. But you're helping people to dislike me. They wanted to find a reason, and they find the reason through you. They couldn't say Constance was mean, Constance was not nice, Constance didn't have a good events. They couldn't say none of that. So they went the other way. Constance stopped us from Jake. Like, you're the only dude in the group. Like, you're the only guy in the group. Constance is stopping us from Jake. And you hated that people was feeling that way about you. Like, oh man, girls want me and Constance is stopping them? And it's the same thing with Joanna. She wanted you. You even just said it. She does it on purpose. She tried to get me angry on purpose. Make me mad on purpose. And you saw that as a good thing?
Sorry.
Okay.